What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy dMillionaire. We back with another video, and as y'all can tell from the title, man, we got NBA 2K25 complete gameplay breakdown by the one and only Mr. Joe Knows, man. Shout out to Joe Knows, bro. He got, in my opinion, some of the best authentic raw gameplay from Community Day. I feel like we're gonna get a good little analysis, you feel me, of the dribble move, shooting, everything that we need to know about 25 should be in this video. I'm not gonna cap it. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I have yet to really watch a lot of this news, bro. So this is really gonna be the first time I see a lot of this gameplay. First time I didn't hear a lot of this stuff. I mean, I'm ready to get into it, bro. So you know what I'm saying? Let's see what we got. Let's see what the hype around 2K25 is all about, man.
We've got the new dribbling system, including speed boosting. We've got the new go-to shots that can lead to some insane greens. We've got the shot
Coverage
rating
very
you need
tight.
to green consistent.
Okay,
We've got
so they
the
changed it from
mid-range game
percentage.
covered for all you midi magicians
Light
out there.
pressure.
We've got the new rhythm shooting system. And for all you slashers, we've got a detailed
Hey.
meter dunking breakdown. We're
Okay.
gonna cover the all-new shot contest system. And for all the centers, we cover the standing dunks and the paint mash. We've got Devin Booker floaters. We've got scoopers. Everything you need to know about
Bro, see, that's why I
layups.
fucking
We've
with
got
Joe
everything
Knows,
from
man. We
paint
gonna have a
defense to
real,
perimeter bumps to
yeah,
bump
like
steals.
somebody that
Lock
really know how
down,
to play the
stay
freaking
tuned.
game.
Of course, we're gonna break down post scoring and spoiler alert,
Just OP.
it's really good again. We've got
Yeah.
angle breakers, blowout dribbles, Patty Mills jump shot, everything you want to know.
Then they got Patty Mills in the game too.
In this video, drop a like.
Damn, they got LeBron. They got LeBron 3 in the game. That nigga look just like Brian. Oh, my mama, that look like Brian. What? Ain't a lot of graphic, but that's one thing 2K ain't really disappointed with the graphics, though. The graphics been good.
Angle breakers, blowout dribbles, Patty Mills jump shot, everything you want to know about
Look at Brian.
25.
Step back.
In this video, drop a like.
That
Let's
shit
get
look
to
like
10,000
Brian.
likes.
I got you.
Let's get into
I got you, that boy.
Let's talk about dribbling.
If y'all ain't know, man, shout out to my boy Joe Knows, man. Before he was Joe Knows, he was that boy, man. Y'all, if y'all boys been tapped in, bro, if you know, you know, man. Shout out Joe Knows, man.
Okay, there was a lot of
Okay.
things floating around the internet about how you could not speed boost on this game. I don't know. Listen, y'all gotta be careful who y'all talk to. You can speed boost on 2K25. Okay, let's chill. You can speed boost. Okay, was it different? Absolutely. Is it gonna take us a little while to figure out how to speed boost out of every single move on the game? Of course. Just like 2K24, in the beginning of the game, nobody could speed boost out of stuff. People were spamming Magic Johnson crossover for like
Nah, facts
2
though.
months, right? It took us
Nah,
a while.
facts though.
People thought you had to have Kyrie Irving dribble style to speed boost, and then we
Hold on,
realized,
y'all.
okay, you got to do a hezzy out of each dribble move, and then you can burst cleanly. It's gonna be something like that along the lines for 25 as well. We just gotta find the sauce. People like Young Dirk and Koza were doing a lot more dribble labbing than me. I just tested it a little bit. I speed boosted.
I'm gonna be
with
honest,
De'Aaron
bro.
Fox, with John Morant, with LeBron James, and for those of you that were also wondering, LeBron
All right, let's see what he got.
hotback is back. Yeah, you still get the big hotback, and for the small guards, I mean, Chris Paul's got the same thing. So LeBron hotback is back. You're gonna be doing it.
Why was everybody
Combos,
saying
the
there was no
quick little
LeBron
combos
hotback?
that, like
There's
Steph
LeBron
Curry has
hotback.
to like dance behind a screen, and John Morant right there to like get into the mid range. They felt pretty smooth, pretty clean. I lapped up a little bit. You know, you could spam like the jaw aggressive combo breakdown. And I chained together some decent little moves. In my opinion, the big players almost moved better than the small players. But like, look at, I'm speed boosting with De'Aaron Fox, like no problem. And this was me labbing for like 5 to 10 minutes, you know. So that whole thing, people were tweeting, oh, there's no speed boosting. I don't know what these people. I don't know.
See, that's what I'm like, bro. That's what I'm like, bro. This is why I wanted to watch a Joe Knows
crossover, right?
breakdown. Somebody who, yeah, he not no big dribbler. I ain't gonna lie. He literally just said it, and I watch his gameplay. He's not the, you feel me? But he knows how to get open. And honestly, bro, that's all that matters to me as far as dribbling, bro, is getting open. I'm not looking to cook you and combo up and all that other shit. Y'all, I'll leave that to y'all boys. I'm just looking to get open, man. Either get to a shot or pass the ball. You feel me? Just make it the game as easy as possible, bro. That's all I'm looking for. So it look, as long as I'm able to do that, bro.
Kind of quick stop, pull up, the Magic
I'm good.
crossover into like the John Wall crossover to the hoop right here. There's definitely going to be some ways to get open. We just gotta, you know, 20
Play the
minutes of
game,
labbing
bro.
the demo game
Just
at
play the
Community Day
game.
is not enough. It's gonna take a little while. You see the John Wall snatchback from last year.
Oh, so
There's a
that's still in the
lot of
game. So the
ways
dribbling, I
that
feel like
we're
the
gonna
dribbling
figure
gonna
out
be
what
very,
they
very
want.
similar,
A
bro.
bigger player, a
The dribbling gonna be
smaller
similar,
player,
bro.
you can speed boost. Dribbling is different, 100%. Just like every other year, we gotta lab it up. We gotta find out the best SIGs. We're using NBA players. NBA players, even a Kyrie Irving.
There's no customization though.
De'Aaron
Like
Fox, a
the
Trae
reason
Young,
why,
they
the
don't
reason
have-
why we move the way we move is because we got De'Aaron Fox size up with Kyrie crossover with Curry behind the back and Kemba hesitation and John Wall that like all of those dribble moves combined give us the product of, you feel me? Not just LeBron SIGs only. Like fuck, the LeBron hot back is the one move everybody do, but you feel me? It's like you need more than, you feel me? You need more than just his moves.
Optimized SIGs. They have a couple good SIGs, but they don't have like your My Player where you have, one of the best animations in every category. They might
That's a
have
fact.
1 or 2 or 3 good dribble moves in their package of whatever it is, 10 dribble moves, let's say, while your My Player has 10 good animations. All animations you have are good and give you clean bursts and clean movement. These guys are, they're NBA players. They have their actual SIGs. Some of them are trash. Some of their SIGs are trash. It's a bug almost hit me in the eye. Some of their SIGs are trash.
It's funny
every
because
year,
he went with the same
right?
player, like
So
the
let's
right
relax.
players.
I think we're gonna be
Magic.
fine. Just
I'm
like
sure he
at the
used
beginning of
Westbrook.
24, it
I want to
felt
see
stiff, it
Westbrook.
felt
Westbrook
slow, but we
crossover
could figure
good.
out
I want to see how Westbrook move
how
on
to
this
move
shit.
cleanly and speed boost, and like I
But
said,
Bron's
people were
a
saving
good person.
Magic
Bron,
Johnson
Magic.
crossover for like a month or two. We're gonna figure it out. When it comes to Steezo,
I think people gonna be
Steezo's
using
gonna
shit
go
like that.
crazy on this game. I was able to like dribble backwards a little bit, and I'm not I'm not Steezo. Steezo's gonna go.
Oh yeah, Steve's about to
absolutely
break.
insane.
Steve's gonna break this shit. Steve's gonna break this shit week 1.
All right, so let's look at the new shot timing profiles.
Oh yeah, let's
We have
look at
layup
this. I
timing
want to know
and
about
shot
this.
timing profiles. So for layup timing, you have real player percentage, low, normal, and high risk. You still have your shot timing visual cue. At least in the demo version, you couldn't create the custom cue that they had talked about, so you could just choose from the ones from last year. So I put it on push. And then for the shot timing profile, you see it's set to difficulty based, which is basically it just automatically adjusts depending on the difficulty you're playing on. So I don't know how that's going to work with online gameplay, if that's going to be an option, but you still have real player percentage, low, normal, and high risk. And essentially, you can read the descriptions here, but the higher the risk you go, the more your timing matters. And I'm going to be honest, unless you have bad Wi-Fi or you're just extremely new to 2K, after testing normal and high risk and all these options, everyone's going to play on high risk. Like everyone that plays the game and is, I'd say, average to above average, unless you have bad Wi-Fi, you're going to play on high risk because it
But that
gives
would be
you
the
more
vibes, though. I ain't gonna
control over
lie.
whether
If
you
I'm
re-
playing on some shitty Wi-Fi and I know I'm lagging, I will put that bitch on low risk. Cause I can't lie, I will put that bitch on low risk. If it's looking real stiff, you feel me? I'm lagging. I bet.
or
Bet.
not. And shooting on high risk, as you're going to see, even with low 3-point ratings, I was still able to spark. So here's what I was talking about. You see, I have it set to high risk reward on your shot timing profile, okay? And I'm using Ja Morant here. The difficulty is on Hall of Fame, and we're gonna go in and we're gonna check out Ja's 3-point rating. It is a 78 3-point rating, and I did go look at his badges after. He has no limitless range, so not even bronze limitless range. He's got a few shooting badges, if I remember correctly, but I just looked to see if he had limitless.
Yeah, I'm saying, okay,
It's on
so
Hall of Fame,
78.
and like I was, this is using Ja's jump shot base with no jump shot.
No boost, 78 3 ball. I don't know about his hot spots. I don't think Ja might have a couple of hot spots at the 3, but I'm gonna assume that he got hot spots. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the shooting on this shit, yeah, it's gonna be a whole lot of demigod builds with low 3 balls, and yeah, demigods have returned to 25. Like real demigod, true demigod, 70 something 3 ball demigods.
Boost. I don't think he had any 3-point hot zones, and I was still able to just green.
Look at this shit.
So in my
Green,
opinion, if you're
like-
not using high risk, high reward, you're going to be at an extreme disadvantage, especially when you play against other good players. Like I said, unless you have bad Wi-Fi or something, you're going to be on
Like
that
Curry,
high risk.
obviously,
Now,
I
the
know
next thing I
got
wanted to
hot spots
test
everywhere.
was limitless range.
Okay.
It's on Hall of Fame, and
Okay,
I'm shooting
limitless,
from the logo.
okay.
Steph has Hall of Fame limitless
Okay,
range.
duh. You
So,
got 99-3 too.
This year you can get
But look.
legend limitless range, but no NBA players that we played on had legend badges. So I wasn't able to test any legend
But
badges.
that don't even make sense though. If it's any nigga that should have legendary Hall of Fame legendary limitless is Stephen Curry, bro. It's the greatest. Like, I mean, he got a 99, but even then, fuck that he don't got legend. If he got Hall of Fame, and look at where he's pulling from, bro. He got legend, not Hall of Fame. Fuck, he got Hall of Fame, limitless range. Look at where he's pulling from. Now, granted, yes, it's Steph Curry, and he does have a 99 3-ball, bro. My pure sharp gonna be pulling
from basically the center circle with Hall of Fame limitless. Now, Steph does have a 99-3, but he only has half limitless, so it's gonna be interesting to see what that legend limitless is like. Let's move on. All right, let's talk about the
that's what I'm thinking for my first build.
Obviously, we've read about it. Now this is it in action. Basically, it gives you two timings. It gives you a feedback on the first initial push of the stick in terms of your timing, and then it gives you a second reading at the bottom that talks about your tempo. Now, if you green both the timing and the tempo, you make it every time from what I saw. If you green one or the other, you make it a decent amount of the time. But as you see in the screenshot, you got the timing and the tempo, and you know, right here, I got great timing, great tempo, so they're both green. You make the shot every time. So that's. But the main problem I think is going to come with this is, let's look at the two situations. First of all, catch and shoot. When you're catching and shooting using the stick shooting, it seemed like there was a slight delay. Like there was a little bit of a hitch in terms of how fast you could get the shot off. And maybe I was just doing it wrong because it was the first time playing the game. But even people that I talked to, they kind of said they felt like they could shoot much quicker. Like you could instantly shoot the ball if you shot with the button on catch and shoots.
I'm going to be honest, bro. I probably only use the stick like when I'm breaking a nigga down. Like I'll break a nigga down and then use the stick, like, cause I'm already on the right stick anyway. So feel me, break down, bang, rhythm shot. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't. Nah, I'm not shooting catch and shoot jumpers with the stick, bro. I ain't never did that shit before, and I'm not gonna start now. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not doing that. I'm not shooting catch and shoot jumpers with the stick.
Slight delay using the stick, which obviously is gonna lead to.
But Curry move like it's like he slide when he move, like he doing real life, and I fuck with that.
Shoot is dribbling, and obviously it's something new, and I was only experimenting with it for a few minutes.
But at the same time, though, I might have a good rhythm shot on my player that I fuck with, so I can time good.
To then shooting with the stick, it felt very awkward, and maybe that's just because it's new. If I had to guess whether people are going to use it or not, I would say majority of people will not use this. Kind of like the shot aiming back in 2K21. I think it was 2K21 if y'all remember that. I feel like it's going to kind of be like that. You'll get a few people experimenting with it, but for the most part, people are going to stick with that button shooting, especially with the high risk option. I just feel like it was so consistent, even with that. Even with John Morant with the 78 3-ball, like imagine, you know, my players with much higher ratings, with jump shot boost, with hot zones,
with badges,
lethal zones,
etc.
Yeah,
a whole bunch of shit.
Understand what I'm saying? The one situation I think I could see people potentially using the stick shooting is on fades. Now these clips are from my boy Swag. He was testing it out and he said it felt really good when he was just kind of running to the side and shooting like a mid-range fade. So maybe people will use that. He said he would kind of experiment with it more and consider it. But for someone like me who's typically ISOing, I don't see myself comboing up and creating space and then using the stick to shoot. So experiment with it as you want. I'll probably test it out a little bit more, but I think I'm just going to be shooting with the button on that high risk, high reward. Go-to shots. These are actually pretty cool. How effective will they be? I'm not sure.
I got a lot of play now. It's gonna be fun using this,
green
bro.
Window on these, I don't know, because I was greening reds and yellows
Oh
on
my
these
God.
like crazy. And yes, this is on Hall of Fame. That is a very tight red coverage that we're gonna get into shortly.
I like how you went straight to the settings to show you I was on Hall of Fame.
Who has straight Hall of Fame defensive badges. Here's another one right here with Kevin Durant, and it's a greened another red contest over Chris Middleton. So the go-to shots, the reason I like them is just
Wemby hit that over Miles Turner though.
Really nice. Aesthetically, they are very pleasing. They look very like they literally, as a fan of the NBA, they look just like the player
I do like
from real
SGA.
life. Now,
Yeah,
some of them are a little slow and they don't create a lot of space.
but
So
it's
I don't know
cash
how
though.
much people will actually use them in like online gameplay. But the one thing that
Jamal
is good
Murray
about these,
jumper do
as,
look like it look in
we
real
read
life
the
though. I
website
can't say
before,
pro
if you watched
play.
that video
Pro
or
play
read
only
about it
gonna
yourself,
get better and better with
you
that.
can,
Like everything's
at
gonna
any
look
moment
very
out of
realistic.
those combinations, you can speed boost out of it. You can also at any moment as you
Ooh, that little Harden, they got the little hot. Okay, nah, that's hard though. Look at Harden moving though. Look at Harden moving though. I fuck with it.
You can at any moment out of those combinations, you can speed.
You know, say a little breakdown.
You can also at any moment as you
look tween hop. I like that. Yeah, they got Harden. Yeah, they really got Harden.
Pop at any moment.
It was crazy too. Another thing about Joe Knows hoop too. That's why I fuck, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I do fuck with this nigga, bro.
You can do a different dribble move. So let's say I go tween behind the back.
They could really combo up on this shit.
Just do like an escape and run right. I can escape and run right at any moment within that whole sequence. And that's like the shot canceling feature that they were talking about. And I was a little skeptical because I was like, well, on past 2Ks, you could shot cancel. Like you do a hop jumper, you just don't shoot it, right? You do a hop jumper
like
and then just run out of it.
Yeah.
But it was much smoother, like they said, I will say. So we'll have to experiment with it. I'm sure everyone's gonna find like the one or two good like signature go-to shot that creates a ton of space or allows you to like really hop away and then like combo out of that and get to the basket or whatever. People are always gonna find like the most effective ones and use them online. But from a visual standpoint, they looked really good. And I don't know if they souped up the green windows, like I said, but I was green and contested signature go-to shots a lot, and all the gameplay you see in this video is on Hall of Fame. Off dribble shooting, for those of you that love the mid-range and love the hop jumpers and fades and all that, it felt really good. I'll be honest, like I mean, obviously I'm using Kevin Durant and some other really good high-rated players, but it felt very greenable. Yellows, reds, felt. I think the mid-range is going to be lethal.
Fall away, fall away.
People can go to with the front fades, the side fades, the back fades, the hop jumpers, spin shots, all the stuff.
But you also picking people with high midi ratings. Like KD got Hall of Fame Deadeye in a 90-something midi. I mean, he should be able to hit this though consistently with good timing.
Yeah,
it seems like that high risk shit. It seems like high risk is really going to reward you, bro. If you could time that bitch, you gonna hit that shit, bro.
Of course, I'm just playing against the AI, but I think I get a pretty good sense of it from what I tested, and midis are gonna be good yet again. Let's get into meter dunking. Now, the first thing you might see, the actual meters. There is no green window that it shows. So in order to determine whether it's a good or a bad dunk attempt, I'm not really sure. It's a bit of guesswork. Did it feel good? Oh, it still felt good. Yep, it still felt real good. I did not green all of them, so it wasn't like super duper easy to the point that you could just be brain dead and do it. All of these are on Hall of Fame. But as I said, there's no green window to tell you if it's like in 24.
But I mean, okay, I kind of, but I can see it though, bro. Every take he's doing though, I can see where the green window will be at right there, bang. Like
straight up
I don't know,
straight up tiny. Like there was gonna be in between, but we don't even know if they're, we don't really even know what is considered.
But you also are using Jado with a 90 with 9, 98, 3, 97, like high ass 3, high ass dunk. I mean,
the 3 dunk meters you pick. It doesn't show you.
I got a lot of jog get shit. Okay, blow by. Yeah, blow bys. Yeah, blow by's gonna be good on this shit. Yeah.
On what's a good take and
blow by. Yeah, blow by. Dunk on niggas. Yeah. I see it.
Ja dunking on a guard.
Bro, Ja is literally going by Luka. Do y'all see how Ja is going? Do y'all see how Ja is going by Dinwiddie and Luka? Yeah. I see what build I'm finna make. Y'all see. Ja Morant build, yeah. And y'all see how Ja was shooting, how Joe Knows was shooting with Ja too on Hall of Fame with that 78 3-ball. Yeah, I know exactly what build I'm making for. I don't know if it's gonna be my first build though, but when I figure out the cap breakers and I really get in there and lab up, I know exactly what I'm gonna make, bro.
In a second, so. I guess it's going to be a lot of trial and error on what's a good take and what's like super greenable. The one thing I will say is going against smaller play like
bro, Ja is going by this nigga. Ja is just going by these niggas.
The one thing I will say is the opponent, the defender mattered. For example, like trying to dunk on Draymond felt a lot more difficult than trying to dunk on a guard like a Kyrie Irving or something. Like it definitely felt like the defender's attributes and badges mattered more than it did on 24, which overall is a good thing. I think that makes sense.
I mean, I hope so. I hope my center should be throwing everything that comes into the paint.
A good or a bad take. It's going to be a lot of trial and error. Did it still feel good? Absolutely. Let's get into shot contest. So they took away percentages. And from what I understand, there won't be percentages in the real game either. So there's wide open, I think there's open, and then there's light pressure, which is a yellow contest, and then there's tight, which is a red contest. And then another degree that I saw was very tight, but it was also red colored. So I'm assuming it's just like obviously a heavier contested tight shot.
Damn.
But we don't know like how much more of an effect that has. Now, the bigger
But you
question
can hit
I
that,
have
though?
is some of these shot contest systems. So I just have 2 examples here because I don't want to go on and on for hours and hours. But check this out. Okay, KD pulls up. It's a light pressure. Okay, shooting it over Brook Lopez. Now let's check out this MJ
crazy.
fade over Dwayne Wade. That's a red.
That's nothing. That's a red, though. He reached.
Let's break this picture down.
He reached, though. He didn't even put his hand up.
Froze it at the release point of both
That's
of
what I'm
their jump
saying.
shots.
Jordan's shot should be wide open. Open, if not wide open. Because Dwayne Wade reached. KD's shot should be, I mean, I would say light pressure or even tight. Because it is KD, but that's also Brook Lopez jumping at him. It's not like it's anybody else jumping at him. Brook Lopez got a long wingspan. He's tall. So that should be a tight shot. If anything, Jordan's shot's open. Wide open, maybe. Maybe even light pressure. But I'll say open.
The first one on the left with Dwayne Wade, I reached. I'm the defender in this situation. I tried to like get a strip animation or something like that. So there is no hand even above Michael Jordan's waist at the time of him releasing that fade. And I got a red contest. Now on the flip side over here, with
sounds
Kevin
like
Durant,
Ghost
Brook
contest
Lopez
back in the game, yo.
contested this shot pretty damn well.
That's what it
his
sounds
hand
like.
is all the way up,
Ghost contest
basically
is
by
back in the
Durant's
game.
wrist, almost right by his hand. It might be like one of those in real life where you shoot and the defender, you know, you high five the defender as you release the ball. Like he's right there, and that's a yellow. So that makes me think maybe Dwayne Wade's perimeter is much higher than Brook Lopez's. Maybe his challenger is much higher, or is it going to go back to contests where it's just really depends on where you're standing? Like if you're in the hitbox probably isn't the right term, but you understand what I'm saying. If you're like right up against the defender, even without a hand up, is it going to be a red this year? Because I'm going to be honest, though, the jump shot that KD's taking looks a hell of a lot more contested than the one that Michael Jordan's taking. And
Yeah,
like I said, the Jordan contest was a red,
yeah,
and the KD contest was a yellow. I'm not really sure about this. I'm not really sure. Obviously, online gameplay will be the ultimate determining factor on like how we feel about shot contests, but this was just something that I noticed when I was going back over all the gameplay that I had, and I was like, man, like that looks way more contested than the other one, and the other one registered as a red. So I'm not really sure how I feel about shot contests, and I can't really give you guys a good answer on if it's better, worse, or the same, or whatever the case may be, as opposed to 24. So this is one, my bad. I'm just showing you the example. I can't give you an answer on this one. So let's talk about them taking away the percentages real quick. Immediately my brain goes, man, like there's a big difference between a 6% yellow contest and a 36% yellow contest. And we're not going to know that this year. So does that mean every single light contest is exactly the same?
No.
Does that mean, you know, obviously depending on the level of your challenger and your perimeter defense, does that make it easier to get a red contest instead of a yellow? Or is it just across all, you know, is whatever's a yellow is a yellow regardless of badges, but then because of the level of the badge will be like how effective that yellow contest is.
You think it's too hard,
it
Jono.
raises a lot of questions.
You think it's too hard, my brother.
Contests are going to be because you're not going to really know in great detail what level the contest is. It's just either open, wide open, yellow, or red. Like there's no more information than that. And from what I was told, it's not getting added to the real game. Like this, the way it was in the demo is how it's going to be in the game. Let's talk about some standing dunks, some paint mash, something for you centers. Now, standing dunks, first of all, were really OP in 24 because of the jab step. No more jab steps in the paint. Every time you try to jab step, you see right here, it's just you pump fake, pump fake, pump fake. There's no more, you can't Kobe jab in the paint or do any triple threat jab in the paint. Now, the one thing I will say about the standing meter dunks, just like the driving meter dunks, because there's no green window, you don't really know what is a good one and a bad one. So it's going to, again, be a lot of trial and error. Did I green some? Absolutely. You can also still standing contact dunk with X. I got a couple of those in there in the limited amount of time where I was testing this. Paint mashing, until we play against other human beings, is going to be tough to really get a read on it. But one thing I will say is like moving people out of the way and going up with close shots did feel pretty effective. Obviously, all these guys have high close shot like Giannis and Wembanyama, but look at like Giannis pushing Kevin Durant in and then going up and getting a layup, still bringing
contact
it over
layup.
light pressure.
No, what Wemby got,
like
but that's
peak
Kelly
mashing
Oubre though.
Could be determined
It's
a
Kelly
lot more
Oubre
this
though.
year off of potentially close shot, but more importantly, having some post control, because without the jab step, to be able to create the space,
oh my god,
and be able to create the room that you
and
need
doing
to
that
be
to
able to
Jokic?
standing dunk or
I mean, he
standing
would do that to
layup,
him.
I feel like could be a challenge,
Post
because that was
powerhouse.
the main reason on 24 it was so good, because of the jab. The jab would get you that separation, get the defender off of you, and then you could go up. But without having the jab, you're gonna have to go to other ways.
That's the type of post work I want to learn how to
becomes
do.
A little bit more important for a center who's looking to be an offensive option down low. We'll have to wait and see, like I said, until we play online, because just against the AI, it's never really a true read on how it's going to be. All right, let's get into some layups. Now, layups on 24 were really good, and as the year went on, more and more people found out about how good they were, and people started making the Devin Booker floater builds. The animation is still in the game. I didn't test it for too long, so I just got a couple clips for you there. I missed one, I made one. But also in the game, scoopers. Scoopers are back. You still get the cheese body to body scooper animation. They did not remove that. Now, the thing about this is, I don't even know if the devs know this is in the game. Like, once people found this move out, they did it a lot in Pro-Am. I know some people did it in the stage. It was a bit more of a sweaty move, but basically, you could just body through somebody even if they had a 99 strength and you had no strength. Strength had nothing to do with it, and that's why I'm not sure the devs even know this is in the game. So that body to body, like scooper cheese,
that's the cheese. That's so cheese, bro.
And it is still very effective. I greened some yellows with it, and most of them said open. Now, also with that, there's some cool new animations like that, where it's like the dude's kind of pushing LeBron in the back, and it just looks cool. And overall, layups did feel very, very effective. Now, again, it's against the AI. Like, we have to wait and see how it feels.
Nah, it's a fact though. Some real defense. Layups look cool though.
Good. The D-Book floater's back. The scooper's back. Even if you don't get the scooper cheese layup, like where you the body to body scooper cheese, just even regular scoopers felt good. I greened a lot of layups, and then even like with the smaller players, like if they take you out of a dunk, you can green the layup. Those of you that were asking me to test the layups, I would definitely say for those of you that love layup builds and all that, it's definitely going to be viable again. There might even be some good new layup animations.
Oh, I ain't doing that again. I ain't gonna lie. I told myself I made a build with a 90 layup this year. No dunk at all. I will never, ever, 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 ever do that shit again. If I make now, don't get this twisted. I may make a build with some layup on it next year. But that bitch will have some dunk too, though. I ain't gonna lie. Hell nah. That strictly layup shit is dead.
Or whatever, but definitely was fun doing layups. There's cool new animations that I noticed.
No
and
cap.
for those like more sweaty players,
that shit is
dead. The body to body scoopers are back. Those are all still going to be really effective. Now let's talk about some defense. Block steals were kind of tough to test, but for those logs that want bump steals back, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say they are back.
Give me that
I was
shit.
blitzing the computer on Hall of Fame, and
anytime
my body hit that ball, the ball popped free. So those lockdowns that were frustrated all of 24 with not being able to get the bump steals they feel they were able to get,
give me that
shit. They feel they should have got, I should say. I think you're gonna be able to get bump steals like crazy this year. Like, look, I'm blitzing Devin, but it's on Hall of Fame, and I'm just blitzing it. Like, anytime my body hit that ball, it popped free. And testing plucks with the NBA players against the AI is just difficult, because not a lot of the guys have like Hall of Fame glove with 99 steal, like a lockdown wood, or anytime I did go for a reach,
I don't think nobody in the league really got like a high glove. Probably like Kawhi probably got a good high glove.
I was getting a ton of on-ball steals. I didn't test it for very long this year because I had a limited amount of time and I had to get in the builder and all that. But to me, the main thing that stood out for steals was bump steals. That bump steals felt like they were
bump steals gonna
really
be annoying.
effective.
So don't dribble in front of niggas this year.
Correctly, and you get your body onto that basketball, it's gonna pop free from the ball handler, which in my opinion takes more skill than getting a pluck steal anyway. So I don't think that's a bad thing. I'm not sure about pluck steals, but they definitely didn't feel how they felt when I tested 2K24 last year at Community Day.
Nah, bump
Maybe I didn't
skills
test them
are
enough, but I will say
skill to an
in
extent.
the demo mode that I played
Like
here, this
blitzes
demo
and shit,
version of
that's
the game,
skill.
bump steals felt really, really good. Some more defense. The bumps that you could get on the ball handler felt good. That on-ball menace, I think that's what they said was like the new clamps, as you see it popping up in the top right-hand corner. You can get a lot of bumps, but like Bill Cartwright right there getting that little blow-by animation on Chris Bosh, I don't think the bumps are like so OP to the point that
But
people won't.
he also ran up though. If you run up, it makes it easier for you to get blown by. Though if he would have just stayed his ground, he would have ran into him and got the body up animation. So I'm not really mad at that because he ran up into him.
Animation on Chris Bosh.
Yeah, he ran up into him.
Like
Yeah, he used his
so
off arm. Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
Move. Obviously, I think it's going to depend on what build is playing against.
And then also look at LeBron. LeBron got strength.
What the lightning launches on, all that. But Bill Cartwright right there got a blow-by animation moving in slow motion against Chris Bosh. But then I also got some really good bump animations with LeBron against Scottie Pippen. So hopefully it's balanced and hopefully it's not just.
But LeBron, you got to think about LeBron strength and perimeter and badges and shit too. So
badges and attributes and all that. Tough to say against the AI, like I said, but once we get into online gameplay, I think within a couple weeks we will definitely.
Yeah, man, I can't wait though. I think
defense a little bit.
Man, it looks straight though. This all it's a different game, bro. That's another thing about 2K, y'all. Like, bro, we haven't never got the same 2K back to back. The closest 2Ks to each other to me personally, 18 through 20 are the closest 2Ks to each other for real. In 19 and 20, they only similar because they had the same park layout, but they still were two different games. But yeah, 2K never gave us the same game. Like this is different than 24. 24 is different than 23. Ain't gonna lie. This game looks solid though. It's different. It's a different 2K, bro. Seems like it's gonna be something to adjust to. It's gonna be something fun.
If you kept your body between somebody in the hoop, you could definitely wall up. Chase down block right there with LeBron. Definitely can still, chase people down. Nothing crazy there. But did the computer make some red layups on me? Absolutely. Did they make some yellows on me? Absolutely. I think it all depends on your positioning and then also your rating and your badges. Anytime I feel like I was on a good enough defender and I got my body in position to stop a drive, I feel like I got the stop pretty consistently. Also, when I was doing the meter dunks, like I said, it was much harder to meter dunk on a Draymond Green than it was on a Kyrie Irving. So I think size, but then also attributes matter. Like Draymond's defense and badges are definitely a lot better than Kyrie's when it comes to inside. So I think that's also a big factor to take into consideration. But we'll have to wait and see. Okay, here we go again. Post scores. Well,
that boy had no word. He said post scores and then just did two post hooks.
They're going to be godly. I'm telling you that right now. You still get the spin.
Bro, this nigga Wemby,
animations. The post hooks felt good. The post fades.
They got this nigga Wemby moving crazy. What Wemby on rating on this shit? 90
post badges. So there's 2 tiers up, right? You can go to you can go to Hoff, and then you could go to Legend. So a pure post scorer with Legend post badges.
Oh my god!
Just get ready, bro. That's all I'm saying. Just get ready.
That boy spun off of him.
They're back.
Into the drop step.
They are back again.
Post fade.
The fades.
Post
obviously, Embiid has a really good mid-range rating.
Drop
and
step. Yeah,
post control
bro.
rating and all that.
Yeah,
so
this nigga Embiid OP, bro.
Extremely good.
This nigga Embiid moving Aki, bro. Why this nigga Embiid moving like that?
He had a 7-3 post score. But I guess potentially you could if you went small.
My son moving
anyway,
Aki Green.
Post scores are back. They're gonna be godly. You can still throw people. The drop steps felt really, really
this
good.
This is Gafford, bro. These is like.
This was with gold badges. Imagine Legend. Y'all get the
point.
On and on and on. Post scores, yet again, they're gonna be godly. Another thing to test was the blowout dribble. Now you do it with the flicking the right stick up, and I'll be honest, it did feel better than 2K24. It definitely felt like you could actually get downhill with it.
Getting in front of niggas.
Getting separation from the opponent, it did feel better, but I was playing against the AI, of course. We got to see when there's another human being.
But look, I ain't gonna lie, he getting by niggas though, and then his little blow ball fit too.
I really only got one, and I didn't even do it on purpose, and it was on a hop jumper, unfortunately. So, are ankle breakers back? Are they going to be effective?
I wonder if you could get ankle breakers out of the shot cancel. That's gonna be hard. I'm gonna say I kill you, bang, shot cancel, and then you feel me, get a 3 off of that shit. I'm pretty sure you can. I'm pretty sure you can get ankle breakers off the shot cancel.
Not really sure. The one thing I will say was when I was dribbling on the perimeter a lot, I would get oohs and ahs from the crowd, and like I wasn't getting any crazy ankle breaker. It was almost like I was getting stun animations just from doing like small little combos. So it almost seemed like it worked as ankle breaker, but also tight handles. If y'all remember tight handles, we get those stun animations. And it wasn't like anything crazy in terms of the stuns.
That presents problems. Guys,
thank you, David.
But I heard.
But maybe I think it's just because he's dribbling. Oh yeah, there you go.
A little bit, you know. Ooh, we'll see once we get online. I didn't like spam to get ankle breakers all that often, but everyone else I talked to said they barely got any. All right, a lot of you guys asked me about Patty Mills' jump shot because it was so good in 24, and I'm gonna be honest, it's still fast. Obviously, this is the actual Patty Mills jump shot. I wasn't able to create a custom Patty Mills with different releases, but it is still really fast.
Nah, actually, Patty Mills still look fire.
It feels relatively the same as last year. Depending on shot contests and depending on obviously once 2K Labs gets in and tests all the
that shit just still look chicken.
Releases and all that.
That shit still look chicken. I ain't gonna lie.
Game again, but in terms of speed and visual looks and everything.
Because didn't 2K 20 and 21, 98 was a good jumper in 20 in both of them 2Ks, right? Like it stayed 98, so it might be this year. This year in 25 might be the same where it stays with Patty Mills as the meta jumper.
I'm gonna be honest, Patty was still
Patty. Because that Patty still look good, bro.
It might be one of the best shots on the game again.
Patty look good. I ain't gonna lie, I hate that Patty too, but it actually looked better. It actually looked smoother on this game. The pro play like it made it better though on the cool.
For whatever reason,
and like Patty should look better though in this game with the pro play. I ain't gonna lie.
5% contests on 24 looked like they should have been reds. Like it was crazy in terms of negating contests.
But I feel like it's gonna be a better jumper than Patty though. Be honest.
Crazy shot on 24. So we'll have to see how that plays out on 25. But it is still on 25 and it's still fast and it looks the same. So for those of you that wanted me to test Patty, there's your quick little review. Well, that's my NBA 2K25 gameplay breakdown. If you're looking for my NBA 2K25 My Player Builder breakdown, click that video on the screen right there. You don't want to miss that. You definitely don't want to miss that one.
Hey, man. Shout out Joe Knows, man. W video, W banger. Excited for that K. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know the vibes. You leave down below what y'all got to say, what y'all thoughts is. I feel like we in for a long ride, man. We in for a bumpy ride with this 2K, bro. I ain't even gonna lie, man. We definitely is, but it's gonna be what it's gonna be. We're gonna lock in, do what we gotta do. Make sure y'all leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And turn on post notifications. And I'm gonna holler at you on the next video, man.